said, your enthusiasm really showed in the presentation, and I felt it came across very honest, and you know, it makes me really want to find out more. And I think the products sound very interesting, and you sort of sold me on wanting to find out more about your company.
Yeah, in your own quiet way, you're a good salesman for this technology here, and you know, it sounds like there's something really big here. But you didn't crystallize that in your talk by dropping some names of some companies that you talked to, recognizing there's a crossing the chasm effect here, is that there's a bunch of people who will buy one of anything. And you know, I find guys like you would buy one of anything, but until you get repeat sales to Pfizer or Genentech or somebody, you don't really have something. But you might have something. Good job.
Sarah?
Yeah, I think, you know, the fact that you're saying you have more sales than you're really able to deal with is always very encouraging. It's that next step, which is the industrialization, if you like, of your technology. And so it wasn't too clear. While it's sounds very exciting, it wasn't clear how you were going to get to a point where a venture capitalist, if I invested X million, you know, how we were going to get any kind of return on that. And so I think a little more detail in terms of the business plan would have been very useful.
Doug?
And just quickly, so I think this is a good example of the expression dogs eating the dog food, which is something that everyone in the venture community is really looking for these days, which is great. But a corollary to the earlier comments, these are big dogs, and $1 million is not a lot of dog food. So they're nibbling for sure, and that's a good sign. It's indicative of interest. But understanding a little bit more of why aren't they buying more? I mean, you've been at it for 5 years. Even though you don't have a sales force, the penetration on per lab basis, it sounds like it's still reasonably small. And for the presentation, I think it's very interesting. But that would be a question in my mind. And as far as the presentation, I think the presentation would benefit from a very clear definition of the products kind of up front, especially for people who work in the life sciences, and then from there, the market size and sales strategy going forward. So, for a company of your stage, those are going to be the key components.
Thank you. I'd like to